Welcome back to Gagne Farms, everybody, and today I've got the best venison backstrap recipe you'll ever have. This is something that our family has been doing for generations. I have not seen a lot of recipes out there like this. That's why I wanted to share it with you guys today. Let's get cooking. All right, we're gonna get our pan on the stove and we're gonna get it heating up, get it nice and hot. This is a super simple recipe. It doesn't take very long at all. A lot of times I see people using a cast iron pan. The reason why I'm not, my stove, my cast iron pan seems to heat up real hot in the center and not very hot on the outside. I have an electric range. I don't have a gas range. So I'm just using a normal non-stick pan. So we got our 1 pound pack of venison backstrap. I've already cut this up into small medallion sized pieces. We're gonna get this out of the package on a plate. I like to drain any excess blood off. If you guys have not tried packaging your venison in a vacuum seal bag, I highly recommend it. It is super awesome. It keeps for years and years. All right, we got our medallions out here, and when I cut these up in the fall, I cut them up, I trim them. They're good to go right out of the package, just a thawed medallion, just like that. And then I don't have to use that extra time when I want to cook a dinner. I just defrost it and then get it in the pan. While our pan is heating up over here on the stove, we're gonna get our coating ready. And what I've got here is about 2 cups of AP flour. You can use whatever you want. This is what we're using. And then we put in about a tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of paprika, and a tablespoon of minced onion. You can use onion powder if you like as well. And some fresh cracked pepper. Now let's take a fork and incorporate all this together. All right, we got our coating, we've got our venison, our pan's hot. We're gonna add a generous amount of butter into our pan. This is a super simple recipe. It's fast. If you guys are on the go cooking, this is a recipe for you. All right, our pan's hot, and we just take our little backstrap medallions. I usually put a couple into the flour mixture, 2 or 3 at a time. Give them a nice coating. Roll them around. You guys can add other seasonings to taste as well. This is just what I prefer here. Once you get a nice coated backstrap like that, go ahead and throw her in the pan. All right, we got all of our backstrap in the pan, and you do not want to overcook this at all. It's real easy to do. I'll show you a real simple step here, how to not overcook your backstrap. It does not take very long in the pan. It's only a few minutes per side. Otherwise, if you get it too done, it'll get tough and you won't like it. All right, the first few pieces here are ready to flip, and I want to show you this right here, guys. When the blood starts coming through your flour on the top side like this, that's when you want to flip. This stuff is, I put in the pan a little bit later, so we're going to let that go. But the first few pieces we're going to flip right now. Now these here that I had flipped, they only need to go for about a minute on this side, just enough to give it a little bit of crust. Otherwise, you're going to be at risk of overcooking your venison. Not a good idea. All right, these first few right here are done. We're gonna pull these guys out. Look at that. Perfectly cooked venison backstrap. Oh, I can taste this in my mouth right now.
Another one ready to flip.
Yep. Flip these other guys quick. So a couple tips here. You want to have your pan hot. If your pan is not hot enough, when you put your meat in, it's going to want to stick and it'll want to peel the flour off as well. So make sure to put some butter in your pan. Get it nice and hot, a nice hot pan. You don't have to cook it very long at all. I've literally had these on maybe 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes total, and that's it. We're going to finish up the last few here in the pan, get them on the plate, and we're going to take a little taste test and see how good these really are. All right, we got our backstrap here. We've got some potatoes from the garden, we got some corn from the garden, and we got some backstrap from out back. Let's cut into one of these and see what it looks like. Now the true test of backstrap, if you can cut it with a fork. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. Look at that. Nice and tender on the inside. That is delicious. 100% cooked to perfection. Simple, easy recipe. This whole dinner here probably took me 15 minutes to cook from beginning to end. I encourage you guys to try this recipe. I'm guaranteed you guys will like it as well. Whatever way you want to cook your venison, as long as you're eating it and you're eating good, that's what matters. Alright guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. If you like this recipe, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Really helps us out and we really appreciate it. Thanks again guys. We'll catch you later.